Hello again, everyone. I'm Richard Weil, and I'm the principal and owner of National Restaurant Consultants. And we welcome you into the NRC Helpful Moment. And I'm live from Dallas Love Field, where you're going to hear lots of background noise. So Brian's probably going to mute me once in a while here. And of course, welcome in Mr. Brian Devine from Top Line Management Cafe Fuel. Hello, Brian. How are you?
I am terrific. Thanks, Richard. How about yourself?
Good. I'm coming back from a business trip to Florida, where I was down in the Panama City area of Florida, and I've been there all week since Monday. And our consultants are busy wrapping things up for the year. First, foremost, we'll do this next week. We'll wish everybody happy holidays, etc. Hope those of you that observe or have customers and guests had a happy Hanukkah. Hanukkah's already over. It was really early this year, but we hope that that's the case. And today's topic is about how to continue to stay very much top of the mind between now and roughly the 3rd of January, because what you do now will pay dividends during, typically for many restaurants, it's a slower month. January can be a lull. January needs to be out in front of people. People go out, especially this year. I think people are going to have post-holiday desires and pent-up demand to go out to some of their favorite restaurants, and hope that's one of yours, that you are one of their favorite restaurants. We just posted a written blog on our NRC website, as well as Facebook and on our LinkedIn, about social media and the importance. The National Restaurant Association had a fantastic article that we republished this week, and it really talks about that importance of what the social media is about. And it's not just Facebook, it's not just LinkedIn, Instant Messenger. It's a combination of everything. And we can't emphasize that enough. So as we have folks, this week we have people in Denver, we have people up in Seattle, we have people in Cincinnati. I've been in Florida. One of our folks is down in Mexico this week. So we're working with clients all over the country. And as while we see these things coming back, and I'm going to have to wear this because I'm not supposed to have it off in the airport. But when you're wearing a mask, because you can't understand me with it on, we don't believe there's going to be capacity constraints. While there might be in certain markets people looking at that COVID card or be looking for other identifications of people being vaccinated, even with the variants that are coming out, we hope that there's not going to be any kind of propensity from a government agency to restrict capacity. So you have every opportunity to stay in front of people. I'm going to mute myself because I'm in the airport. I'm going to let Brian carry on, wishing you all good health, and I'll probably get back on here in a minute, but I am going to mute myself real quick. So, Brian.
All right, thanks for that, Richard. And I'm going to keep this nice and short. If the plan, of course, is to stay top of mind, especially during this time, and you don't want to have things slow down, then you might start feeling overwhelmed. And I don't want you to feel overwhelmed, because there's a couple of things that you can do to make your life easier. Number one is that you can repurpose content. So you notice that Richard said that they put an article out that they had put out previously, and there's nothing wrong with that. And you have to remember that the average memory of the social media world is 90 days or less. So that means that if you put something out 90 days ago and you promoted it like crazy and you want to do it again, there's no problem with that. And you don't have to do anything other than just promote it again. The other thing is making sure that whatever content that you put out on social media, that you put it out on every format where you have people that might follow you. There are tools to help you do that. Some are actually free. If all you're doing is Facebook and Instagram, just make sure you connect your Instagram account to your Facebook account so that you can just use Facebook Scheduler to post to both locations. So you don't have to do anything fancy, but there are tools, again, where you could schedule out your entire year if you wanted and just have it continuously post to all the different avenues and ventures that you want. The other thing is whatever content you have, then even if you are uncomfortable repurposing the exact same thing, maybe you can chop it up. If you've done a video, break that video up into smaller pieces. If you have taken photos, then change the caption for the photo, right? So there's all kinds of things that you can do to make sure that you're staying top of mind. Then the last thing that I want you to consider is maybe spend like $1 a day boosting what you put on Facebook, because we are finding more and more that what you put out on Facebook, if you are not paying them to have your customers see it, they don't see it. And it's getting harder and harder, especially now where there's all this big push. Advertising dollars are getting spread very thin because it gets more expensive right now to run ads. But if you just do like $1 a day to push something out to your area, and then make sure you draw a circle around your location so you're not just sending it to everyone in the universe, but just a very tight circle, then you can have an amazing amount of activity on your social media feeds. And what you're doing is you're building what's called a pixel audience from Facebook. Facebook is doing it all for you. You don't even have to know how to do it, but you're building that audience inside of Facebook so that when you want to reach out to those specific people, you can. And that is a huge, huge advantage. So just wanted to put that out there. Richard, do you have anything to add before we let you go back on your flight? Oh, you're still muted. Let me unmute you. I got you. You're
all right. Can you get me unmuted, Brian?
Yeah, I got you now.
All right. Well, thank you all. First of all, thank you, everybody, for your continued support of our industry. Our industry is resilient. The last piece I wanted to talk to you about on the National Restaurant Association, as well as the Independent Restaurant Coalition, there is a fight to get the employee retention tax credit, ERTC, reinstated for the fourth quarter of 2021. Let your representatives hear from you. Let the National Restaurant Association get on that. There's a place for you to join the fight to have a bipartisan piece of legislation was introduced in the House and in the Senate this week. We need you to sign that, whether it's through the Independent Restaurant Coalition, doesn't matter, or through the National Restaurant Association, or even links with most state restaurant associations. Get on there and support it. The ERTC tax credit that sunsetted for the fourth quarter of 2021, we need those dollars to continue to help us retain staff, find staff. I speak with people all over the country, from either Dry Ridge, Kentucky, all the way down to Mariana, Florida, to California, and Newport, Rhode Island, all points in between, and of course the Big Apple, Texas, etc. We need that ERTC to be reinstated. Don't be a bystander. Don't be a bystander. Get involved. It's a quick. It's right on the link, and just click and put your email and the name of your business. You're not committing any money. They're not asking you for a donation. Please get involved. It's really important. So that's really it for the 147th edition of the NRC Helpful Moment. We'll talk a little bit more about the holidays next week, wishing everyone happy holidays, but still, same thing, good health, good safety, and good business. Thank you all. Bye for now.
Bye, everybody.